By now, you probably know what this is, everyone. This is Second Strike. This is the third week of it. And we're not avoiding the questions and that. In the second half, we will be dealing with the questions from live session 31, I believe, is it, Robo Producer?
Yep, we are at live session 31. It was a great live session. A couple of points that we're going to bring up again that were maybe not missed, but they were just great questions, and a couple of ones that were glossed over. So we'll get to those.
Yeah, so we'll get to those. But I thought because of Red Band Trailer 4, how good that was, and also how many people had issues with it, I thought, well, we'll deal with that. So in the first half of Second Strike, me and Robo Producer are basically going to be discussing this new trailer, the Red Band trailer. This is, what is it? How many days is it now before we get it in the UK? We get it on 23rd. What's the date today, Robo?
The date today is the 20th, man. I cannot wait.
20th? Jeez.
Yes.
God,
unbelievable. We are
so
almost there. Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, This is Bunker 1 in UK, Lincoln.
And Bunker 2 in San Diego here in the US of A.
Okay, right. So we'll get this discussion on the way then. And if you want to see the second half of this Second Strike, it will be on Robo Producer's channel. There'll be a link straight to it after the end of this. So
Make sure you head to it.
A lot of issues then, Robo, was, right?
Yeah, and I'm interested to have you tell me what those are, because I watched it a couple of times straight through, and then even on a couple of critical parts kind of paused along the way. I loved it. I thought it's looking really polished.
Well, yeah, the CGI is looking great, and if people are still complaining about the CGI, in my eyes, and this is no offense to anyone, everyone has an opinion, like on this channel, but you're not going to like it if you keep going on about it. But the things that small little tickly things that made me chuckle is we've known from, I'd say, especially on this channel, from a couple of months in, that the T800 was going to be infiltrating and have a family. And then people are saying, but the dog would go mental. Why would it if it's brought up from a puppy?
Yeah, it's gonna think that Carl is a normal human being. There's no reason why it's going to go mental. Carl has evolved. He's obviously not your typical Terminator, and so that comment makes no sense.
Yes, dogs do get deterred or detected by Terminators get detected by the dogs. Yeah, fair play. So I bet if he goes into the town centre, I bet or wherever he's living, I bet dogs do bark at him. But his actual dog that he's got, brought up from a puppy, is going to know no different.
Exactly.
It's the thing that feeds me. You know what I mean? It's the thing that walks me at 9 a.m. every morning and 9 p.m. every night and midday and on the dot. You know what I mean? It'd be that. And then I saw a comment about, well, in Terminator 3, the fireman couldn't lift up because after the T850 gets plasmid, Arnie gets plasmid, he goes firing through the shed thing and everything. The firemen try and lift him and he's too heavy to lift.
I remember that.
They can't get him up. They're trying to tug and they can't get him up. He weighs a ton. But people need to remember, Terminator 3 doesn't count.
It's not canon anymore.
No, it's satire.
That's right. Which is funny because you go back. I just watched Genesis with my girlfriend just about a week ago, and you know what? I'm like you. All the Terminator movies are great films. There's not one I dislike, but what people have to remember going into this one, no matter what their favorite is or which one they dislike, the only ones that matter right now are Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, and that's it.
That's all that counts. So, what did you notice in the trailer that?
I will tell you a couple of moments that I noticed, and I'd love to have your feedback on this. At about 59 seconds in, so people want to check it out as they're listening to this, go to the 59-second mark. You see Carl shooting at something. If you pause it there, he's shooting at something, but he's also at the same time, for whatever reason, he's holding on to the Rev 9. I just find that a very interesting moment in the trailer. I don't know how much to dissect that because we haven't seen the film, but he's not shooting the villain.
Yeah, he'll be shooting at the, we're going to call it the liquid metal part because it's easier. So the liquid metal part of the Rev 9, he'll be pushing back the endoskeleton whilst trying to deal with the other half of it. Because I bet what happened is if you know when he's shooting him in the face,
Yes.
he's holding him down, shooting him in the face. But I bet you any money, and this is only, I wouldn't say guesswork, but theory work. Yeah, that he's holding him down, shooting him in the face, and he's got him pinned, shoots him in the face, and then the liquid metal just slips off and carries on trying to get towards Grace and Danny Ramos from there.
That's a great idea, and most likely that's what that is. But I just found it very interesting because, again, the endoskeleton part of it, you would think that he would be trying to shoot that, and he's like holding it back. But I hadn't thought that. Yeah, I guess that is. You know,
he has already shot it in the face, and then the other
exactly.
part of it slipped away.
Yeah.
Because it's clever enough to. I mean, you've seen the sledgehammer part, haven't you? Where it's literally what's happened is Grace has sledgehammered it in the head. And then you think, God, that just smashed it would do some damage. But then you see the second strike of it, and she hits it in the head. But you've got to remember it's a hollow back in it. So the liquid metal would have predicted that impact, absorbed it, and then gripped onto it. And then as she rips it back up, he gets pulled back up with it. That's a great thing. I love it.
Something else I think that you're going to like, especially you and I are big effects guys, and people have been kind of dogging the effects, and I think they look very polished now, very nice. But you go to about let's see here, about a minute 4 in, and they have a shot with Gabriel Luna inside of a vehicle driving, and he's hit with an explosion. And it looks like they did a bit of practical effects there as well with some of the old makeup and whatnot. Like it doesn't look CG, like almost like when Arnie was damaged in the original Terminator. And I love that. That's kind of nostalgic and throwback right there.
Let me have a look at that. Sorry. So we're on about
minute 4.
What? 104.
104 in. If you pause it right there, you're going to notice it looks like he's got that old prosthetic makeup just like around his face. It looks spectacular. Again, it's taking that nostalgia in my mind and keeping that alive for the fans that like myself.
You on my channel 104?
Yeah, 104 into the trailer.
1 second, my friend.
Because as you're listening, you need to get all your trailers Terminator related to Upside Down 6. Don't be like myself, who one time went to a different channel and was shamed.
No.
By the,
so what is it? 104? So I've gone to 104, and he's being what happens? He's being shot at.
He's being shot at. He's driving a vehicle. You see his face, and then right at the end of the shot, you see there's like an explosion. And it looks like, again, practical effects on Gabriel.
The helicopter part. He's in the helicopter and he's being shot in the face. That's chasing after the C5 airplane. And the explosion happens, and then he rolls out of the explosion midair and then grips onto the back of the C5. And then Arnie shoots him in the face. And then my prediction is the liquid metal slips away as Arnie's gripping him in the face, shooting him in the face. And then that's where you see the scene where he's holding him back. And then also shooting in the other direction because the liquid metal's got away.
So with about 2 minutes left, 6, do you notice that practical effect? I'm just very curious. I think there's a lot of people out there that would appreciate that. Even possibly some of the haters out there.
There's more practical effects in this than people actually realise. They did a lot of practical effects. But even though this is a CGI heavy movie, you'll notice there is a lot of practical effects. A lot of cars being flown about and that. I know stuff that gets glued together because it's how things are worked these days. But
sure,
what I'm seeing now, I mean, let's put it this way, right? I totally agree with people's worries about the CGI at the beginning. When we first started seeing trailers and that, I get it. I do get it.
Yeah, it looked unfinished.
It looked a bit slippy, didn't it?
It did.
But they were rushing to get trailers out, and with a CGI heavy movie, the explosions are real and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But with a CGI heavy movie, they had to get something out to advertise. So
I'll tell you what, I even have it, not to interrupt you, Six, but I even have it just randomly paused on one of the end of the TV final spots, and it's Gabriel Luna looking at the camera. The liquid metal is reforming around the endoskeleton. And it looks, instead of it just kind of looking just fuzzy, like it really is cohesive. Like they've really brought it all together.
Yeah, you seen the TV spot where is reforming after the road accident, and you just see him form up out the ground, and it's all bubbling together.
Oh, it's great.
TV spot. I don't know what TV spot number it is. Please forgive me. All these things, because we've shortened the second strike. Hopefully, I can now get the scenes on for you guys. So,
speaking of shortening the second strikes, and don't worry, you're still getting your money's worth. We're just trying to make it all just very direct and sharp and to the point. But with 60 seconds left, Six, what are your final thoughts about the trailer going forward? Now we're eminent on this movie.
A lot of people have said, "Oh God, Carl T800 has got a family and all stuff like that. It's just stupid, dumb." Is it though? Would we want a lumberjack or a builder T800? The obvious choice. Carl's draperies. Yeah, it sounds soft as shit, but it is hiding in plain sight, softening something that's hard. And oh no, that's feminizing him and that. No, it's not. Yeah, that's what people think. A lot of people thought things were getting feminized. Yeah, they weren't, and they aren't. It's just a natural progression of the movie. Give it a chance, because
it's almost like Six. Not to interrupt you again. It's like they're trying to find something out of nothing. It's those bigger hater, whether they're channels or just people that are known for reviews and whatnot, and they're looking for something to pick at when there's nothing there.
And they will pick at it. The reviews will come out, and whether they're good, whether they are bad. If they're bad, they'll love it. They'll feed off it. You watch these channels boost their video content out, but if it's good, still watch them diss it. They will. So everyone, I advise, this is Upside Down 6, advising everyone, the movie is worth a chance. It is good. The story is a natural progression.
All right, Six, take us out here of the of segment 1 again, and
so unfortunately we have a time limit, don't we? So
yeah, we do,
because we don't want Legion or Skynet catching onto our signal. So
no, we got to make sure we get it out.
We're going to have to change bandwidth. So this is Upside Down 6, ending the first half of Second Strike. To catch the second half of Second Strike, there will be a link at the end of the video and a link in the description. So check out the second half. This is where we'll answer the questions from podcast. My God, you can tell I'm looking from live session 31. This is Upside Down 6 and
Robo producer Upside Down 9. Peace out.
Peace out.